Okay, good morning everyone and happy new month. The last time I spoke about gbpusd, we had price inside of this area, and I spoke about it that I want to see a break above this structure, and then we can hop into the trade, and then we can exit here around this zone. Okay, I know several reasons, several questions have been asked during why do you want to see that. I spoke about that basically that when you have an impulse, you need to see a retracement after an impulse. So whatever is happening here is a retracement of the prior impulse to the downside. All right, it's a retracement of the prior impulse to the downside. So the major impulse is to the downside. So whatever is happening here is actually a retracement of the prior impulse. Now that is said and that is being predictive. All right, it's actually a prediction. All right, but how do we then get involved? Now, why do I say that, or why do I believe that? Now, from the monthly time frame, let's quickly clear our chart and then look at from the monthly time frame why I spoke about that. Now, first of all, I applied the half week strategy here, and also applied it with some other strategy which I'm not at liberty to actually mention right now. But we have it that price have indeed made a push below the previous monthly support, and now this is the new support from the monthly time frame. So whatever the price is pushing up from this point to do, we could expect that at least from the half of this week, we can start finding reactions from the halfway line of this week. So if that is said, we can put our line here and then probably change the color to something different that we could identify from a lower time frame. Then from the weekly time frame, I expect for price to at least push into this zone. Now, this is a zone which, after this very point here of the 1.2363, I expect the next area for price to actually test and then find reasons to be involved for a push to downside inside of here. Now, why do I believe that? Why I believe that is because from the daily time frame, all right, daily time frame, we had it that this was a double top. We had a double top in this area, and this area was also a very key area. Why was that a very key area? It was a key area because from the weekly time frame, it was a hidden structure, and also in the monthly time frame. So let's look at the monthly time frame. How or why do we believe that that area is actually a very key area? This is a hidden structure in the market. Probably, if you have followed me on my YouTube, you will understand I spoke about hidden structures in the market. So this was an hidden structure in the market. So this is a very important area that if price was able to have broke above this structure, would have only made a retracement and then continue to the upside. So, but for price to actually make this a resistance, price needs to find, if only price needs to actually come up here, needs to actually find some bit of demand at a lower level before then pushing price back up. But now, as we stand, we need to find reasons to be involved. So one reason I have found to be involved in this pay is actually using the half week strategy. So this is the point where we want to start getting involved. All right, this is where we want to start getting involved. We need price to actually keep pushing and pushing until this point, and from this point we will find a reaction inside of this zone here. Then we could look to push price all the way where. Now let me start by also explaining this, where we will start looking for reactions and where to actually push price into from this zone here, which we have actually marked out. So let's see where we intend to push price to from this point. Okay, let's quickly see where we intend to push price to from that point, where we intend to push price to, and why do we want to do that. Okay, so from the daily time frame, this is an area which we want to see reactions inside of. All right, but with the students, we hopped off here because one, we don't need to be greedy in the market. You need to take your profit when you can and actually work out from the market, because whatever we are doing is based on probability and possibility. So you want to take your profit early, all right, not actually stay long in the trade and then turn winning trade into losing trade. one of the reasons or areas where we want to find reactions will be inside of this structure. All right, and we have understand why we want to find reactions inside of that structure, and we are now going to look at why we are going to hop off in this zone. Now, this is also an area which we will look to be hopping off this pay or the trade. If we are to take a sell trade from this point, we look to hop off here. But why do we want to do that? Now, why we want to do that is because one of the things we can identify that this was a clear level of structure here, because I spoke with the student that structures like this actually come back into testing the neckline before then exploring to the upside again if it wants to find new direction, or if it breaks below and retest, and that could actually send price down. So what we expect to see that from this point we expect price to actually come back into testing this neckline here. All right, which was previous resistance, now could turn into support, and price to actually start moving from there to the upside to look for new directions. But that we not do at the moment. But what we know is that from this point we look for reactions inside of the area here to actually start selling price back into this zone. All right, so from the H4, what can we see from the H4? From the H4, we hopped off of the trade, and we don't want to be involved in any kind of buy trade unless we have a retest of this zone, because this was probably previous resistance, now turns support, and could also hold price as support here. Because if we could also draw a trend line here, we could also see that price is actually trading with the head of the trend line. So we expect that price should make a push with the head of this trend line to continue into touching this zone. Then we could look to be involved in a sell trade back into this structure. But first, we need to understand that if price is trading with the head of this trend line, we need to wait for a breakout of this trend line before we also get involved for the long term. Okay, so that is what I think of the USD pound USD. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and also drop a comment section, and don't forget to hit the like button, my Telegram, and also follow me on TradingView. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful week.